When I discovered our HOA president had hired a fake police force with K-9 units to terrorize residents, I knew I had to act fast before someone got hurt. But I never expected my dad, the chief of police, to uncover a web of corruption that would shake our entire community to its core. What would you do if the people claiming to protect your neighborhood were actually criminals with badges? The bright orange notice flapping on my front door stopped me cold. After a grueling 12-hour shift at the hospital, all I wanted was to surprise my wife, Emily, by helping with her new vegetable garden. But that notice changed everything. My hands trembled as I read the words. Immediate action required. Stamped in bold black ink. I'd heard whispers about Margaret Collins, our HOA president, from neighbors. She'd moved in 6 months ago and somehow seized control of the board within weeks. The way she scrawled our address on the violation notice, pressing so hard the pen nearly tore the paper, screamed control freak. Unapproved landscaping detected in backyard. It read. Immediate removal required. Security will conduct inspections. Since when did our quiet suburb need security patrols for tomatoes? Emily and I had moved here 3 months ago, drawn by friendly neighbors and peaceful streets. Our next-door neighbor, Mrs. Larson, even welcomed us with homemade cookies. Now this? I snapped photos of the notice, something about its tone feeling off, too official, like a bad cop show script. My dad, a police chief, taught me to document everything. Inside, Emily was in the kitchen, dirt still under her nails from gardening. Her smile faded when I showed her the notice. We followed the HOA rules, she said, pulling up the community website. Article 7, vegetable gardens permitted with proper drainage. She'd done everything right, small, neat beds barely visible. As an environmental lawyer, she wasn't one to miss details. The doorbell jolted us. Through the peephole, I saw Margaret, tapping her foot, clutching a tablet like a weapon. I'm ensuring you got my notice, she said when I opened the door, her eyes scanning past me. The board received complaints about your agricultural activities. I kept calm, channeling Dad's advice. Can you show me the complaints and the specific rule we broke? Margaret's jaw tightened. Our new security team starts inspections tomorrow. Comply, or face consequences. As she turned, I noticed a police-like badge on her tablet case. Odd. Emily, already on her laptop, whispered, the HOA never voted on security. Where's her authority? Staring at Emily's garden, I felt a chill. This wasn't about vegetables, this was something bigger. Next morning, sipping coffee, I spotted them, 2 men in black polos marked HOA security, photographing our garden. Their tactical belts bristled with gear, real police stuff, or so it seemed. Their movements were sharp, predatory. Can I help you? I called, stepping onto the porch. The taller one, hand on a taser, flashed a badge too fast to read. We have police authority here, he said. Documenting violations under HOA Code 47B. I started recording, making them squirm. Show me your credentials. Margaret appeared, waving another notice. These officers report to me, she snapped. Our neighbor, Mrs. Sharma, peeked out, fear in her eyes, then vanished. Something was very wrong. Reviewing my footage later, I noticed their badges didn't match any police design. Their gear looked real but worn wrong, like costumes. On my lunch break, I researched state security laws. Legit companies needed licenses, especially for weapons. The HOA newsletter mentioned enhanced security, but listed no company or permits. Emily, pale, showed me footage of the men at other homes, targeting vocal residents like the Garcias, who'd fought noise rules, and the Wilsons, who'd questioned new fees. That night, in a private neighbor chat, stories flooded in, unauthorized backyard entries, photos of kids, threats to detain people for washing cars. Then Margaret texted me. Your surveillance of our security is a violation. Expect enforcement tomorrow. She just confirmed they weren't real cops. The next day, Emily's call during my work meeting froze my blood. They're in our backyard, she whispered. 3 of them jumped the fence while I was gardening. I heard Boots' angry voices. Ma'am, exit the garden now, one barked. We're authorized to remove you by force. Emily stood firm. Show me real badges or leave. A radio crackled. Unit 2, subject non-compliant. Requesting K9 at 1242 Oak Lane. I raced home, telling Emily to call 911. Through the phone, Margaret's voice dripped venom. Your garden violates aesthetic guidelines. Emily snapped back. Jalapenos aren't ethnic violations. I heard plants being ripped out, Emily scream as someone grabbed her phone. A dog's growl grew louder. Margaret taunted. This is what happens when you defy authority. Emily, recording, shouted. If that dog touches me, you're done, Margaret. 2 blocks away, I heard sirens, not local police. A black SUV with K9 unit markings screeched up. I pulled into our driveway to a nightmare. Emily pinned against our door, dirt on her face, 3 men in tactical gear circling her. Margaret scribbled on a clipboard, smirking. A German shepherd strained at its leash, teeth bared, the handler barely controlling it. Step back, sir. A fake cop barked. I started recording. Margaret's smile faltered. Unauthorized recordings violate HOA rules, she snapped. I held my ground. Your guidelines don't mention private police or K9s. Impersonating officers is a felony. The dog's vest read, Police K9. Another crime. The men shifted nervously. I pulled out HOA meeting minutes, no mention of security hires. What's your K9 certification? I asked the handler. He went pale. Margaret shrieked. Detain them! As the dog lunged closer, Emily flinched. She'd been bitten as a kid. My phone buzzed. Dad was coming. Sirens wailed, real ones now. 5 patrol cars surrounded us, lights flashing. Dad stepped out, full chief's uniform gleaming. Margaret Collins, he boomed. Explain why unauthorized personnel are impersonating officers. Margaret's face cycled through shock, fear, rage. The fake cops tried to back off, but Dad's team blocked them. The shepherd, sensing real authority, lay down. Dad showed Margaret's folder to be fake, no licensed security under the HOA. Those badges, he said to the fake cops, are federal offenses. Neighbors recorded as Barbara's empire crumbled. At the station, Dad revealed the depth of Margaret's scam. She'd stolen $200,000 from HOA funds, charging fake fees to targeted families, especially minorities. The fake cops, led by ex-cop Tom Brennan, had warrants for similar scams. Their K9 was Brennan's untrained pet. Margaret's manual detailed how to intimidate residents, with her notes, screaming control. She'd run the scheme in 2 other towns, fleeing when caught. The FBI took over. Her network spanned 3 states. Neighbors shared evidence, videos of fake cops at kids' parties, threats to elders, photos of teens. Margaret's plan to install home cameras was the final straw. At the next HOA election, we voted out Margaret's allies, creating a residents' Bill of Rights. Margaret pleaded guilty, facing 15 years. She moved away, her daughter later writing that she'd started therapy, inspired by our community's healing. Our neighborhood bloomed, literally, with a community garden replacing Margaret's lawn. Mrs. Larson now trades tomatoes for Mrs. Sharma's curry. The Garcia kids teach jalapeno tricks. Emily, now HOA president, launched community programs. Our story hit national news, sparking HOA reform laws. Standing on my porch, I watched kids play freely, no fake cops in sight. Margaret lost control, but we gained trust. Dad says real security is neighbors caring for each other. Our community's laughter, potlucks, and unity prove it. What do you think? Was Margaret just a bully, or was she part of something bigger? Share your thoughts below, and let's debate. Where's the line between pranks and power abuse in communities? Your comments keep this story alive and could help it reach more people on YouTube.